so you have more familiarity. How are we going to take the field on a Saturday at 3 o'clock? Those are the things you don't know. But we'll have 11 guys ready. We're trying to get 22 guys ready. We got to make sure we maximize the final 48, tomorrow. But preparation's been pretty good. We'll watch today, so the bad plays stand out. Hopefully there weren't as many as I think, but no, we got to make sure that we handle the final 48 hours. And we can be a real advantage for teams.
It sounded like you were concerned about Russian a little bit. How do you feel about that position right now?
Yeah, I think for the most part, guys have gotten healthy, gotten some reps. I mean, it's trial by fire because you just don't have those. There's a reason you practice, right? And if you're not involved in it, it's really hard to get better when you're not on the grass. But credit goes to Coach Mann. He's great at what he does in terms of getting those guys up to speed mentally and those things. And physically done a nice job for the last few days. And like I said, these final 48 hours, got to make sure they're mental as much as anything. That these guys are ready to go, not just at that position, but all across the team.
We've heard Lincoln reference a few times your arrival at Oklahoma and how quick you turn things around. How has this rebuilding job compared to that? Has it been more of a challenge? Any similarities?
Yeah, I think certainly there's a lot of similarities, but on the same token, you're getting a lot of confidence from doing it. This is the third time installing the defense, and some commonality in terms of struggles before we arrived in both of the previous two. But you also don't want to be naive and say, well, since we did it there, we can do it here. It's different people, different time, different opponents, all those things, and also part of that is just having a respect level for the guys that are in this program. They're not pawns, they're not robots, and you're just going to install a new defense and go be better. But so much is the mentality aspect of things and the urgency part of things. And we got to make sure that in those cases, the urgency of the players match the urgency of the coaches. And that took a little bit of time that we don't have. But certainly I think that would be the tell-all. How urgent can we become? How big a chip on the shoulder can we have by Saturday at 3 o'clock? But certainly I think trying to buy in. I mean, you're seeing it, but now you got to go do it for real. And there's no my bads and no redos come Saturday, and so probably too many redos up until this point. But no, we're anxious to get out there and have a chance to attack the game.
It looked like there was a good amount of physicality today coming into practice from the start. Was that something that you guys kind of planned at the beginning, or was that just the energy?
Yeah, no, Tuesday and Wednesday for us. We say we're going to play the game twice before we play on Saturday. And a lot of people talk about practice being harder than the game, and it sounds really good to say. In most cases, it's not the case. And what we have to protect against is the players dictating what the tempo of practice is going to be, and saying this is all we're capable of midweek. And believe me, they're capable of a whole lot more. Part of that's the physical part of it. You got to get your pads ready. You cannot practice slow, play fast. There's only so much you can do over the course of the work week, physical wise, because you got to stay healthy. And man, did we put it into these 2 days. And so I think we accomplished that, kicking and screaming in some cases. Still guys learning our expectations for game week. You tell them, but in some of this they don't quite believe you when you say, no, we're going to play the game twice. So it's what we believe in, and then you back off on Thursday and Friday, and now the mental thing goes through the roof. If we can't stretch you physically, we're going to stretch you mentally. So we don't take any days off, and so we got a lot more to accomplish this week.
Is there any area that you're kind of anxious to see how it translates to the game?
Yeah, I think as much as anything, just the adversity. We tell the guys on Friday that the one thing that you promise on Saturday is adversity. You don't know when it's going to come. You don't know how much it's going to come, but ultimately you're in control of how you respond to it. And that's something we haven't been in. We haven't been in that fight together. We haven't had the long faces after a long drive, and haven't gone into halftime up or down or any of those things. So much of it ties into what is the college game, the ebbs and the flows and all those things. So really anxious to see how the guys respond to that. And part of it as coaches, obviously, we have a major responsibility to make sure they respond the right way. And so it's one thing to talk about it, though, and you try to simulate things in practice, but that's a major area for us. And then can you hold up physically? You can only tackle so many times over the course of fall camp. So we got to make sure that we're getting guys on the ground. So anticipate we'll do a nice job of it, but we got to go do it.
How is Corey called up from the time he missed, and how much do you think you can use him Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I think we envision him being in rotation. I mean, we do this on Thursdays, kind of after practice. Have conversations with the coaching staff. Sometimes it's by series, depending on position. Sometimes it's by plays. It's, you earn those reps. If you can change on a Friday walkthrough, you're not dialed in, so you're not promised anything. But so I think certainly he's a guy that We'll have some significant playing time on Saturday, and we'll make a decision tomorrow in terms of the specifics on that. But certainly pleased to get back out here, and the guy that we have high expectations for.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.